I'm gonna ask you once. Who you working for?
I'm working for your mother.
We're live. We're recording. We're on the set right now. This is it. This is it right here. We've started the play. We started the game right now. Let's see. What, 27? Oh, the thing just popped up. 28, 26. There's a little bit of lag right now on the screen, as you can clearly see. And I just picked Terra. By the way, if you're joining right now, realize, check it, realize, son. Realize that this is a commentary that's not live. I played this game and recorded it with Fraps, and now I'm deciding to do a little bit of talk over it. So for the next 19 or so minutes, or probably 18 or so minutes now, get ready to watch me play Terra with a little bit of lag here and there. No problem, no problem. It's the beginnings are like this. The beginnings of every story are like this. It's to be expected, if you will. Oh, look at that. She's got a nice SWC. That's the Smite Championships. I think it was the World Championships 2016. I'm not sure about that, so I'm just going to go ahead and Google it right now. See, those are the beauties of having the ability to commentate on something live versus not having the ability to commentate on something live. So I'm typing in SWC 2016. Yep, it was the Smite World Championship 2016. Wow, really? Oh, the game is loading right now. Wow, look at that guy. Look at that guy. What's his name? Proflux? Proflux has... Wow, look at that. He's got the Tiki Torch skin. Oh, Righteous Hammer. Okay, I know what's going to happen right now. I think I know this game. I may or may not have already played this game and commentated on it. We will see at the end. We will see at the end. If anything, you get to listen to me talk with a different way than I was in the last commentary that you heard me talk. Boy, oh boy, is it getting exciting now. I'm doing some controls over here, doing some targeting key bindings. Yep. Okay, now I remember what this game is. So this game was me playing when I had a different mouse. So I had not set up my mouse correctly. And you realize this? I had to change some of my key bindings. And when I change my key bindings, I think I do that for a couple of minutes. Just go ahead and watch. This is the kind of key bindings you want to have if you are using a mouse that does not have extra buttons. By extra buttons, I mean more than the 1 and 2. Like, for example, if you have a mouse that's Razer mouse, it's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 12 on the side. It's got 2 extra buttons on next to your index finger on the left side. The Razer Naga, actually, I think it's the Razer Naga. It's not the wireless mouse. I like to have a wired mouse. A wired mouse allows me to play more confidently. If that sounds stupid at all, well, because it is. It's like a mental thing. You know, you get the idea. Whoa! Look at that! I just jumped in. This team battle is not one that we can win, and I clearly realized this at some point. But some of the players that are still standing there, not going back to get their health, don't realize this. Okay, so we have so one person realized it, and that's the Loki. At least one person realized that they need to go back and get some help. Now, for example, this is my mistake. I should not be this far in without any help, and this low on health, and this early in the game. And they've got all 5 players there. Because if they get the right number of stuns on me, I'm done for. If they had a Terra right now, she could stun me for like 3, 4, maybe even 5 seconds, right? Over and over again. And she could do pretty good magical damage. Granted, she doesn't have her items yet. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I've ulted, I've gone in, I'm standing next to my monolith, I'm waiting for the right time to use the stun, and bam, damn, you saw that, right? And we gotta pick this guy off if we can, but we can't. One of us dies. Our team, their team is coming back right now, and we realize this. Their team is coming back right now. We got 3 people on the map right now. We got 4 people with me trying to distract them while they get a kill, and I end up dying, taking one for the team. You could relate this and say that this is due to lag. Maybe, maybe not. Potentially not due to lag. Okay, so now that we started again, we're moving forward. let's see. I'm just trying to check the time, see what everything's up to. We're at 4 minutes and 40. We're 4 minutes and 50 seconds on that. 4 minutes and that. Well, we might be a few seconds behind on the actual commentary right now. No problem there. No problem there. Okay, so other people are coming to the center of the map at this moment. Let's see. Yeah. Sort of looking to make a play here, and I don't really have the options to make a play right now. As you see, okay, so here's a tip that I have for people who play Smite, especially if they play Guardians, especially. But any character, this really applies to any character. If you are going to go in to try to get a kill, or if you're going to go in and do some damage, you have to have a way out. Okay, if you don't have a way out in Smite, you will die. You will die without question, unless you get lucky or you have a really good healing individual or healing god, or somebody who's able to stun the other team while you get away with low health. Basically what I'm saying is, have a way in, but also have a way out. Okay, it's no problem if you go in by yourself, as long as you have a way out. And I do not take offense to that. I do not blame players in the game who try to play offensively. That's just, some people play like that. It's your style, right? But you have to think about it. If you're going in with your character, you have to watch your mana. You have to know how much mana you have. You have to know how much health you have. You have to realize what your cooldowns are at. If you're coming up on your ult, or if you got 30 seconds, then by the time you get down and dirty with your other abilities, your ult comes back and your ult is, fully live, and it's able to be used, and that's your getaway. Sometimes you got to use your ult as a getaway, and don't worry, it recharges. It's just another ability. They call it the ult because it can be the game changer, I guess, because it has such powerful abilities. But at the end of the day, if you need to get away and you need to stay alive, it's worth it. You use your ult, you sacrifice 90 seconds of time, and your other abilities are 3-4 seconds long, right? Like, look, right there. I just blocked a death, right? But that character doesn't want to go back. That person, that joker, that Loki, I almost called him a joker. That Loki doesn't want to go back, and he only had like, what, 1/10 of his health, maybe 2/10 of his health left, and he decided to come back in for some reason. That doesn't make sense. Some of you may be watching this right now thinking, why am I getting the mana buff while the rest of my team is dying? Here's the reason why. What you gotta realize is mana buffs, and any buffs actually, are very useful. Okay, they can be the difference between life and death, because they provide you with the right advantages. That's right. This game is all about who has the advantage. Just like life, just like any game in this world, you have to have the advantage, especially competitive games. If you have the advantage, if you have the upper hand, you're able to take the other team down. You have something they don't have, okay? You have an upper hand. So, in this game, I always try to get the buff when I can, when I remember to, when it requires me to, when I come across it. If I happen to pass by it and realize that the situation calls for it, I will grab it. In this situation, it's 4, and our 5th member is coming up, but they have 3, so we could potentially take them. Notice that I rush in without any abilities, but that's because I know that none of them are close enough to get me, and I have enough health if they happen to use their ult to try to get me and try to kill me. I have enough health right now, and my monolith always heals people, so if I place my monolith down and go into it, oh, there we go. That should have been a kill right there. And this looks like we're gonna pick us off in this situation. Yep, it looks like they're picking us off. One of our team members is for sure gonna die. There goes, and the other one's gonna die as well. He's way too low. I cannot help him. I should be going back right now. I realized this at some point, that it's too late for me to go back, and I got blocked out. See, that's what happens. Those are some of the mistakes that I try to prevent other people from making by talking about it, by telling people that this is what they got to do. They got to watch this, they got to watch that, they got to play right. All these things that you got to do in order to win the game, in order to have fun, in order to do all that. You have to be on your game, right? Sometimes when you're not on your game, you end up losing. I don't know if this game... Oh, yeah, it looks like we're going to lose this game for sure. I don't remember if I lost this game. Who knows? But we'll see. But for example, here, we should be able to take this person out if we have the right number of stuns, okay? And as a result of that, he uses his ult. I think he uses his ult, or he just uses an ability. He just gets out of there. Now it's 3 versus 3. Okay, but we have one guy close to death. He uses his abilities. He gets away. I go for the kill, and this guy follows me. That's okay. That's okay. We're in a good situation. Okay, we're in a good situation. We got a kill, and we're spread out, and they're spread out as well. That's another key thing that you have to remember: how spread out the enemy is. They think they can kill me here because they have some abilities, but I don't think they can. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that. My F, or my first ability, was on cooldown. That was the one mistake I made in that situation. Obviously, I haven't bought the proper relic, which is why I could have saved myself if I had the G right there. It would have given me health. It would have given me enough health for 2 seconds of fighting, which would have given me enough time, right? The 2 seconds would have given me enough time to bring my first ability back up and punch through my monolith, and I would have the ability to stun them and get away. That would have been the ultimate, that would have been the best way to not die in that situation. So right now, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got all 5 people on our teams, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and their 5th person coming out right now. His 5th person is coming out. So I say to them, let's retreat. Let's move forward. Just gotta wait a few seconds here while my game loads up a little bit. Trying to match it up with the commentary right now. We're at 11 minutes and 20 seconds here, so we're gonna move it up to 11 minutes. Okay, so bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Things will be normal again in a few seconds. 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's move it up to here. Yep. 11 minutes and 30, 11 minutes and 40. Let's move it up to here. 11 minutes 42. Bam, bam, boom. We should be around the same area right now. So here we have a big engagement going on right now. We have a big engagement going on. I'm trying to save this one character, this one god from dying, but I realize that he's gonna die, and if I don't go back, the enemies are gonna feel really good about themselves, and they're gonna try to kill everybody on the team. Now I don't know why this happened, but we managed to save him, and then he comes back in. Look at this. Look at this. That's perfect. That's amazing. That's textbook things of what not to do in Smite. When you have that low of a health, look, maybe he looked at the top and he saw that it was 8 to 26, right? Maybe he saw that and he realized that this game's a lost cause, so fuck it, you know. But you don't look at the top when you have 188 tickets left. 188 tickets is a long time for you to distract them while you bring their tickets down, and you could still win the game with less god kills. But the funny thing is that the more minion kills you get, the more money you get, and if you have more money than them, you can buy more items, and if you have more items than them, then you're more powerful and you get the upper hand, and boom, they're dead. You win the game. Maybe you have 1 or 2 less god kills or whatever, but you still manage to win. In this situation, we kind of spread out. I'm kind of lost myself. I don't know what to do here. So I just try to distract as many of their players as I can, stun them, push through them, damage them, get them out of here, right? Because I don't know what my team is really doing. I think I've realized that my team has realized they want to lose. They don't care anymore. But here we are on the back and upper. In this situation, see, I have a way to get away, so I don't have to worry. I'm not at all worried about it. But I want to keep my team members alive, so I come back and I try to keep everybody alive. Go back into the health, try to get my health back, and I realize I'm going to die. So, everybody here just ends up dying, right? Except for the 2 in the middle, who managed to push a couple more tickets out. We went from 188 to 165-ish, 63, 60, 210, and they're going down, we're going down with them. But they're going down at a slower rate than us. Mainly because they're getting an extra number of god kills. But if you just don't die and manage to push more minions through, get 1 or 2 kills here and there, you can make the game even again. Like I was saying earlier, it's only a matter of time, right? This game is just a matter of time. If you're a close game, even if you're like this right now where it's 9 to 28, this can be a close game just because of the ticket numbers. The ticket numbers can still win this game for you. We just need to bring them down by around 50 points. What is that, like a couple of god kills here and there while we stay alive? Yeah, that's about it, right? That's just what it is. because God kills do affect their ticket numbers, and the minions come up, and then when you get more God kills, you get your super minion, the one that carries that stone. Like ours is going in right now, and they're really not watching it, and we're really not watching it. But I think I realize this right now, but I don't have enough abilities to save this person right now. So I just try to do whatever I can to push him. I think he manages to get all the way up there, but he doesn't die. And as a result of that super minion, I managed to stay alive here because the other team decides that their ticket numbers are more important, right? They decide that their ticket numbers have higher value to them, but to me, my life has higher value, so I just run away because if I stood there, I would have died anyways. A lot of gods have area of effect type of abilities, and what happens in those situations is when they're focusing on somebody else, you end up getting a lot of damage on the side just because you're standing there, and that can be prevented. Trust me, people, that can be prevented. So you manage to get a lot of damage on you, and you're just standing there. You're not doing anything, right? You're focusing on something else. You're not really in the fight, but you're there, right? So. Oh, in this situation, we thought we could get one more kill. I have no abilities left. My ult is going, and this friend is gonna die. I managed to heal him. Key point right there that kept him alive, because it made this guy, this fat dude, decide that he doesn't want to engage anymore. He just wants to go back and stay with his team because he realized he can't kill him, not with my support there. In this situation, we got a kill. Nice. We got a kill over here, but our Loki decides to go in too far in, and our other guy is gonna be there. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, that's on me. That's totally on me. What happened there, guys? What happened there was I tried to help my friend out, and boom, I did the wrong thing. I made him die. I made him actually get worse. So what happened is I put my second ability, my R in this situation, as you can see down there, up in order to try to get him past the two walls and other people to be afraid of the two walls, because fear is a big game for Terra. When people see your area of effects, they have a little bit of doubt in their heads whether or not they should go into them. Right, because that's sort of like a blockade. It can be stuns, it can be heals, it can be very beneficial to my team when I put my abilities down, but it cannot be beneficial to them at all, like ever. But in that situation, I managed to miss a click, if you will, and I got one of my own guys stuck by my wall, which allowed the other team to fully engage and kill him, even though he had a good amount of health. Maybe he didn't realize this was gonna happen, and I later apologized for it. I apologized for it because I was just trying to save him, but honestly, to be fair, it is not just my fault, it is both of our faults. It is my fault partly, but it's also partly their fault because they were in their guitar zone. And in this situation, we have a massive engagement, try to save this one character. I'm not worried about the other guy because I know that he's in there, he's going to do his thing, he's going to come out, and I do a 2 stun right there. I get those 2 guys stunned, managed to save one of the guys, I give him a little bit of doubt, and then their fat guy jumps in, but also their Thor. See, that's where they dealt their damage. That's where they dealt their damage, because they realized that the Thor could jump in any moment, and they came in and he killed one of our guys. It's 15-40 right now. We got 9 tickets left. They got 90 tickets. We're basically 10% of them. Things are not going well. I think you can see which way this game is going. I think I can see which way this game is going. But you know what? I gotta buy my items. I got my money. I gotta buy my items. I can't give up. You can never give up. In this game, in this life, in this world, you never want to give up. You never want to give up anything, okay? You never want to give people the opportunity to take advantage of you. You never want to be a bad person. You always want to be nice. You always want to do good things. You always want to try to carry everybody else forward. You always want to let everybody know what the best thing to do is. And boom, there it is, guys. The defeat comes. The defeat is here. It's a 60-minute game, 60-minute and a half. We went 15-41. We went 0-76. It was a bad game for us, but I managed to get a few assists here and there. I managed to get, I think, 1 or 2 kills. I don't remember exactly. But things did go downhill after, I think, around 5 of our deaths. Yeah, it was 5 of our deaths. Anyways, go back and rewatch it if you're worried. I have 2,817 favors. That's the end of the game. See you guys later. Have a good day.
I'm gonna ask you once, who you working for?
I'm working for your mother.
And here we go. Here we go. So you just watched that episode from beginning to end, right? I think you did. Here, let me just take a sip of water while you think about that, while I think about that, while you think about what I think about. These are not fake sound effects. You should watch more videos though, if you want. I've been telling people that there's merchandise coming soon, and maybe you want some of that, maybe not. If you do, let me know. This is probably going to be my third video actually on YouTube, right? How meta, how extremely meta. Anyways, thanks.